The last time Inverness were at Kilmarnock, the game produced 9 goals. Yesterday's rematch fell short, but not by much.
Something strange happens to these teams when they meet at Rugby Park. Back in November, Callie Thistle ran out 6-3 winners. This would be another explosion of goals. Jamie Fowler with the opener after Callie Thistle keeper Ryan Essen had spilled the shot from Danny Racchi. For sheer entertainment, this game pretty much had it all. Greg Tansey almost with the contender for goal of the season as he rattled the frame of the goal. But Callie Thistle kept the head and Richie Foran set up Billy Mackay to make it 1-1 just before the half-hour mark. And a first goal since December for the 23-year-old. Plenty of speculation over the future of Inverness winger Johnny Hayes at the moment. From his cross, Mackay nodded home his second to make it 2-1. Not bad, 2 goals in one game, but just 3 goals for Mackay in total this season. Just before the interval, Johnny Hayes would pick up a yellow card for this foul on Fowler. And, as you know, the fact we're showing it means it would prove costly. After the game, Inverness manager Terry Butcher said this should have been a stonewall penalty. A real hack from Ryan O'Leary on Aaron Doran, but definitely outside the box. As for Johnny Hayes, his time was up just before the hour mark. A clumsy challenge on Ben Gordon. And a second yellow meant red from referee George Salmond. Soft or not, Hayes knew he'd been walking a tightrope. With the extra man advantage, Kilmarnock took advantage. Michael Nelson with a great header in the 66th minute. And the score's now level at 2 apiece. The sending off of Hayes, a real turning point in this game as Kilmarnock took command. Dean Shiels with some great footwork and his cross was diverted home by Graham Shinney. The goal officially credited to Shiels, but the Sports Scene Dubious Goals panel are wheaking it often. Still, Dean Shiels would have the last laugh. Kilmarnock sub William Gros powering down the flank. He cut back before teeing up Shiels, who made it 4-2. And Dean Shiels looking every inch the player of the year contender that he is. 4-2 to Kilmarnock, 10-man Inverness did pull one back through Steve Williams. The 2 games between the sides at Rugby Park this season producing an astonishing 16 goals.
Well, we've dealt with Pat Fenlon's complaints. Let's have a look at what made Terry Butcher angry yesterday. There's usually something. And firstly, 2 yellows for Johnny Hayes. How did you see these, Billy?
That one, you would have to say harsh. Yeah. I mean, just catching him. Yeah, he does catch him a little bit there. I think he could let him off with a yellow there. But when you're on a yellow, you certainly don't do that. So you can have no complaints with the second tackle. But
sometimes also you don't know what went before. He may have had 2 or 3 leading into that, and the second one was clumsy more than anything else. He's a good little player, Johnny Hayes, and he did miss him.
I'm a bit worried about the outbreak of sympathy towards officials tonight, but that was Ryan O'Leary having a whack at Aaron Doran. The only problem for Terry here is it's outside the box, isn't it?
Yeah, it could have been a free kick. I don't think he made contact, but it's certainly outside the box. It wasn't definitely not a penalty.
Jonathan mentioned the dubious goals panel, and much though Dean Shiels will try to have this one, he probably can't because it was going wide. Graham Shinney, I think, got the final touch, but terrific play from Dean Shiels, and this turned the game Kilmarnock's way.
He's a top player. I don't blame him for trying, Rob. I'd be trying for that myself, but it was going past the post. But quite rightly nominated. William Gros coming on here. He's not had a lot of football, but good pick out, but still plenty to do, and that's the confidence of the man. When you get nominated for the player of the year, you do things like that.
Definitely, and I've watched him this year, and he's played well. I watched Kilmarnock. We watched him against Celtic, and Celtic obviously won the league that day, but they were wide open. They play great football at times, but they are so open at times, and high scoring games seems to be against Kilmarnock.
Yeah, and they've won the League Cup, of course, which changed the whole complexion of the season for them, didn't it?
I think they've been refreshing, the way they play, we know that. But Kenny Shiels should maybe get a mention for Manager of the Years. But they're throwing there's no outstanding candidates this year, but he's won the cup final. His team are playing well, they've avoided relegation, he's not got a great budget. So
and he's controversial.
Yeah, very well. He's a nice man. He's a nice man. He says strange things now and again.
It brings a bit of glamour to it.
He has been known to say what he thinks. Let's have a look at the Clydesdale Bank Premier League, and the gap at the top between champions Celtic and Rangers is now 21 points. Motherwell looking a whole lot stronger than they were in third, now 5 points ahead of Dundee United. St Johnstone are 3 further back, and Hearts are on 49. Kilmarnock look a fair bet to finish top of that bottom half now, 4 ahead of Aberdeen and St Mirren. And crucially at the bottom of the SPL, 3 points now between Hibs and Dunfermline.